What is going on, guys? This is Speaker Boatman back here with another video. I know it's been a while since I've actually made a video about taking stuff apart, or I don't know, testing stuff. I think the last ones were like those speaker testing vids I made a while ago, but it's been a while now. So here I'm gonna make a teardown video. This is a pretty cool thing here I just got. This is the AppleCD Caddy. I think it was called the AppleCD150 or something. Let's see. Yep, AppleCD150. I remember it was made in 1991. Just found it in our garage, a few days ago, and I was like, oh, since it was like the exam, so I didn't have time to take it apart and do the teardown show, whatever it used to be. But now I have some time. I'm gonna record a few videos, upload them, and it'll be pretty fun. So here we go. As you can see, I've already removed the outer layer, the screw. I mean, oh my god, the air is really bad today. Excuse me. So we're gonna see the inside, and we're gonna see what's really hidden behind this thing. It's made by Apple, so it shouldn't be too bad. And don't know what I'm gonna expect. Don't know what I'm gonna get, but let's hope it's something good. It's not something shitty. So I'm gonna lift this up. Hold on. Okay, so before we go on further, I'm going to tell you what's so special about the CD Caddy. 1991, it's about like 25 to 30, actually it's almost 30 years now. It has, well, really old computers and I don't know if laptops been invented then, but I think there was like desktop computers are actually flooding the market, so you can see these quite often, but it's pretty special how they've done the CD module. You actually put like, you have that kind of CD case, right? Which you put a CD in it. Like you go buy an orchestra, or you buy an album. Actually, not an orchestra album. Actually, all albums these days have that, and you can close it and you can put it in. But it's not like that. You have to put the disc into a special container that has holes in the bottom, and you stuff it in. It's gonna do it. So it's just a little note. It's gonna eject. The pro is that thing is. Good thing is that you're not gonna have the thing that comes out and in all the time. It's not gonna break. But the bad news is if you lost the CD, the container, the thing that goes in, this thing is basically broken. I guess that's what happened, because that's what happened to this guy. He broke it, and this is all it's left. This is all it's left. So he threw it out. So see, I've also lifted this up, and I've removed the wires. So this is basically a typical CD Caddy you get. 5 volts or 12 volts. You get an audio out, ID select, all that kind of crap. I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to take that apart later. So I'm going to go have a look at the power brick here first. Hold on, let me turn this a little bit. So basically this is the power brick. This is nothing else special. It's just goes straight from the CD Caddy to here. Let me remove the power brick. So here's the power brick. It's kind of greasy all over it. Probably the things on it are getting old. I don't know. Looks like coffee stain. But yeah, it's pretty shitty. I don't like the feeling of that. Hold on, let me get this. Okay, so this is basically the module itself. It's pretty good. It's a Mitsumi module. It's, at least it's branded Mitsumi Electronic Company. I believe it's made in Japan. Let's see the capacitor. What kind of brand it is? We can tell from that. It's Rubicon, so it's a quality made stuff. Okay, so obviously it's made with quality, and yeah, it's made with care. Actually, I mean, it's Apple. It's Apple. If they give me shitty stuff, I'm gonna be really disappointed. I'm not gonna use an iPhone or an iPad ever again, because it might mean it's all shitty. Yeah, Nichicon capacitors. Those are really nice capacitors, by the way. So I don't know if I can actually have use for them. If I don't, I'm probably gonna pop them. But well, you know what? That's for now. I don't know if I'm gonna pop any more capacitor, because my dad's having a little issue with that, because he said that the ceiling, there's actually a few holes in the ceiling that obviously is me popping capacitors, because he was next to me and he noticed that it hit the ceiling, that plastic ceiling real hard, and it was like, hey, are making a hole through it, whatever. Doesn't really want me to pop any capacitor, so I better ask him before I do it. But still, there's a lot of part that I might use for. I don't know, I'm probably gonna get the heatsink off. I might need these, but still, it's really nice. It's really nice module here. This is, you don't get these nowadays. I mean, all the modules today in the computer are Chinese made, and you know, shitty capacitors. They don't even have a brand on them. It's pretty sad, you know. So I'm gonna move on to the caddy right now. Okay, so before I open this thing up, I'm gonna show you what a normal CD caddy is like. This is a Yamaha CD module. I'm also going to be taking this apart someday, probably tomorrow or probably just later on. I'm probably going to upload it together. I don't know. I mean, I'm also going to upload this video. This is a Yamaha CD caddy. It's already broken. I'm also going to take it apart. See that? It's pretty shitty, but actually no, it's made in Malaysia. Well, yeah, it's kind of bad. This thing is assembled in the USA. The components from Japan. I could prove that because almost all the ICs are made in Japan. Several of them are. Wait, actually, all of them are. So it's pretty good. And capacitor and all that kind of stuff is, you know, Japanese or some brands like, you know, it's pretty good brands. And it doesn't have a tray to come out. It actually is just something that pops out. So it's pretty cool as well. Right now, I'm going to show you that a little later. The mechanism is kind of cool, and the complexity is far more complex than these. Actually, I think it's a little harder to make, but you know, Apple likes to make their stuff real fancy, and this is the proof. So yeah, we're gonna take it apart and see what's inside of it. Okay, so now I'm gonna open this up. You know what? Okay, so first thing first, I'm gonna show you a little bit more about this. So obviously, this is basically the spindle, and this is the laser thingy. It's already broken, and I think there's some component here that's already burned out. You can smell it a little bit. So this probably goes to the laser, and this probably goes to the various little sensors in this circuit board right over here that goes out and in and goes to another motor. I think there's actually 3 motors in this, if that counts as one, or perhaps 4. I guess, I don't know. I'm not really sure about it, but we'll see. Obviously, that is connected to some motorized components, but not sure which. It springs back, so it's pretty cool. We're going to have a look at that a little later on. We're going to look at the mechanical part later on. We're going to first focus on the circuitry. So I'm going to remove these wires. I'm going to show you the circuit boards and all that thing, what they actually do. Well, I'm not really an electrician, but I can basically tell you what these do, because you can basically find that online pretty easily. I mean, for real, I mean, you go Google the part number. For example, let me take one as an example, this one. You Google, let me focus for a while. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is awful. Alright, there, finally we got it. For example, you Google LC8951 and type Sanyo with it. You're going to find out that it's actually a... Oh, how you call it? Well, you know what? We're going to talk about that later. I already have a note down here. So we're going to first remove the wire, and we're going to have a look at the circuitry here. So, yeah. Okay, so I've noted down several of the what they really do, what they usually their purpose is. So I'm gonna go from here. Let's go from this one. Where is it? This one. They're basically the same circuit. They're 8-bit CMOS RAM and RAMs. Well, it's probably for, you know, short period of time storage, or they actually go with this processor. These are processors here. This is the EEPROM, and this is the I think this is the Sanyo real-time error correction host interface. Well, it does the stereo mono replay LSI, and, you know, I don't know, decodes that ADPCM data. At least that's what the website said, but I'm not really sure. I don't really trust those that much, because they're sometimes quite faulty. And there's some different circuitry. There are a few amplifiers. This is probably part of the power module here. Judging by what I see here at the bottom, the power module is around here. Oh, you can see it burn out. By what I saw here, I think those are probably parts power module parts. And I think this section, this is the CXA1182. Let me see. 82Q servo signal processor. This is probably motor driver section, I think. Servo signal, I guess. I'm not sure about, because it doesn't have a lot of information about those circuits and what they're really doing. I mean, I don't have the schematic of this thing. I can't find it. Actually, you know what? I don't even have the DM or the model number of this thing. It just says Sony on it and doesn't tell me anything about it. It should have like a 1857 blah 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 thingy. But nah, it doesn't have that kind of crap, so it's kind of awkward. I don't get what Sony's trying to do here. Several more processors. CXK5 something something. Let me see. I don't think I have this. I don't think I've yeah, I don't think I've got this, but I think it's probably some sort of a CMOS RAM for this chip and this chip. I think only this one, I think. Yeah, there's several of those CMOS RAMs for each of them. I believe this one might be one as well. Well, actually, no, this one is not. This one is a Fujitsu as what I would call Fujitsu SRAM. Actually, it's the same thing, just a little bit bigger. It's a 72-bit, so 72 kilobits actually, a kilobyte or whatever. I don't know. I'm not a electronic technician. I don't know a lot about these circuitries. I'm more of a programmer instead of, doing these circuitry thingy. I don't do it. But yeah, I did that. I colored that up because there was like a window. I don't want that window to be exposed since it was blocked by some paper. So I colored it back up. And I don't know if it really matters or not. I guess not. But since it was like that, I better do it the same way it did. So that's pretty much the circuit board. I don't want to spend too much time on it. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, now I'm gonna show you. Basically, this is how mechanism works. It's now in its closed state. You have to use the motor to make it go up to its open state. So this is gonna pop up. This whole thing's gonna go down. You can start a CD in here without getting this stuck. And then when it's hit inside here, it's gonna get stuck, and then the thing goes down. This thing pops up and it starts doing its job. So I'm going to take the circuitry outside. I'm going to see how it. Also, another special thing is this is the mechanism, so it's a lot more smoother and a lot more easy to move around. So I think it's a lot more accurate. I believe probably not. Depends on what kind it's used. But this is basically what it is, and you don't see these nowadays. It's too expensive. So I'm going to go deeper inside. You're going to see the inside, all right? Whoops. So this is basically the motor. Has coils, and then this is the rotary here. It goes straight to the CD thingy, and I think there's a sensor on when to stop it. I suppose that's what it is. So you can see that striping thingy over there, and it's the magnet mechanism here. I got the magnet off already here of the motor. There's another motor. I'm going to take it off later, and this is the magnet of this thing. Pretty cool as well. Okay, so that basically makes the teardown today. I'm not going to take apart the laser beam head thing, whatever you call it, right over here, because it kind of ruins our point. It's basically a teardown of how a CD caddy works, not about how a CD-ROM works. You can always look it up if you want to, but I'm not going to go through details or every single detail about a thing, about an electronic product in a video, because if I do it, I'd make a movie or probably I don't know, soap opera, I guess. No one wants to watch that anyways. Still, I guess that's it for now. So as you can see, Apple stuff is always, well, I'd say it's always pretty good. Although they didn't use Apple parts and components, but they did a really good job making their thing perfect looking and, flawless and awesome and good and all that kind of shit. But yeah, so I think they did a really good job on this thing. The CD caddy, the whole thing is made with quality. Too bad it's already broken. Otherwise, I'd still probably use it. Although the resolution or whatever, sound quality, everything is going to be pretty shitty. But still, I think it's okay. I mean, I think this is actually a good product overall. Repairability score. I'm doing this because of I fixed it. I fixed it. It's a yeah. I saw that. So I'm saying this repairability score. I'd give it 6 out of 10. It's quite easy to take apart, but it's not. It's got a lot of small components, and you have a lot of screws to put back together later on. So might be a little hard. So yeah, I'd say it's 6 out of 10, and it's not really modular. So yeah. It's basically the end of this video, and now comes the most exciting part of a teardown video, to clean up. So see you next time. All right.